Hello and welcome. I guess it's game on, at least for me. And I did this last night. I had a lot of fun playing that game last night. I really did. I'm going to play a little bit of it more, not for a half hour. I'll maybe for 5 or 6, 7 minutes in this video. And that is just playing this 18 average. And my strategy is if I'm day trading this, like today, right now, I'll use the hourly time frame. So I have a sell order up here, and I have a buy order down here, and I have two other ones. In fact, I'm going to show you where the orders are, and that in very a little bit. And welcome to a little bit. Well, that is after I talk about the order book. These buttons here are cool, but what's really missing, really missing, is customizable buttons. And that's something on online poker that was very important, and that's something they allowed you to do. And that worked out really easy for making things happen fast. And this is talking about trading fast, or putting orders in fast is really what it comes down to. Because for me, and it would always be changed, so I kind of need sliders. I almost need like a slider kind of deal. Because I got three sell orders. So I would want one button for like 7%. And then on here for a sell, on this, I'd want another one for, well, but I use the 25% of the remaining is what I use for the next one. And then 100% of everything else. Now in this case here, this is where it gets really tricky, not so fun. Just so tedious. Same thing as far as buying, 7% to buy. And then, that all depends. I can go 8%. That's why I say I need sliders. It might be 9%. It depends on where it is and the situation of the volatility. And there's so many factors that can make that number go higher and lower. It all depends on the volatile move of the situation. The higher the volatile move, the more I'm going to buy and sell kind of deal. And then again, the 25% number for a medium next sell. And then 100% doesn't cut it. How about 99.8, 99.7? Because if you look at remaining balance of what I got, because everything's in order, I got fractions. I got 0.33, about a third of a Binance coin, and 0.01 Tezos. Well, this was a formality because I bought my Tezos with Bitcoin. You can buy 2 decimals, and you only have 1 decimals you can play with on this. Whatever, I don't care. It should be 0. It pretty much is, because they're all in sell orders. If I push 100% here, and I put the order in, okay, it's fine and dandy. Oh, something else happens. A ratio trade I need to do. Okay, sell this coin, maybe go LITECOIN, Theta, whatever you have you, and buy the other. 2 trades I have to make. I have to pay fees. Well, if I put 100%, I leave myself no Binance coin. I got no Binance coin to pay. So a third of a BNB leaves me well more than enough. Even, well, 0.05 should be enough. But I don't really, anyway, that's enough to, well, maybe not, but 0.33 is most certainly enough. So just something, it would be, but it's really cool to use those sliders. And for the trades right now, I have the highest buy order at 51.6 handle. 42 at this in here. And 0.011. That's like 5x lower for like the 98%. So this is like 7%. This would be like 25% of what's remaining. And this is 98% of what's remaining just because I go, or whatever, just to leave fraction back just in case. So if I get any of those nice, cool plays, that'll be cool. I'll be able to take advantage of it. And then same thing on the upside. So here's like 7-8%. Here's quarter of what's remaining left, and this is everything else. Kind of deal. Furthermore, another thing that's not fun with Binance. I got 14 open orders, but 6 are here. I got 8 other ones. What's going to happen is once I make a trade, every one of these orders are going to need to be deleted, and then new ones added. So it's not going to be fun because I have to push 6 cancels. Now, it would be cool if there was a button where I could just cancel all orders from this exchange, and there kind of is, But what would happen is this number would go to 0, and that kind of sucks. But hopefully someday that gets fixed. So basically, if I get situations like the end of the day, I go to bed, I'll put this on, I'll set my orders up as I would for the daily term time frame. So more aggressive and and then say I'm leaving for a significant period of time, maybe a third of a day, 4 hours, 5 hours, 6 hours. Maybe I'll play the 4 hour time frame and even throughout the day, which if I can switch back and forth as I may, however I please, I can do so. And just try to keep flipping them back and forth. So let's just try to, you know what, theta would be fun. And I'm just gonna, let's just see if how this would work on the hourly term. And what we're gonna do is we're just gonna scroll back to way back when. I mean, look, this is exactly why you do it. Like shit like this. I mean, wow. I mean, this just happened a few hours ago. So you see, I put an order in, and this is the strategy of what you do. I hate when it draws like that when I'm trying to scroll right. So fix that. And so as you're playing this out, okay, where are your orders at this stage? Well, before you came into this is spots where you bought, this is spots where you sold. But at this point, you really don't do trading in the 18 when you're inside of it. Maybe you have an order here. Actually, I'll just use the horizontal. Well, no, this will work easy enough. But now I have to find that thing to... Unfortunately, I have to do this just to... so I can do it. It's because of the fact that I got this too small. You see this time, I usually don't do it so I can give myself more room. So maybe you have one like, say... like me, it would be like, okay, so if we have one here, maybe you have one like in here, and then you'd have one higher that wouldn't hit. So, next period. I mean, yeah, I mean, I could, no matter what. So in this spot here, you have this sell order hit. What do you do on this time frame now? Well, this one you can buy back instantly. This one, well, you're not. So you put a buy order maybe down in here at 509 area. And I want to get another screenshot because I'm not going to use this market, but I'm going to use the one that I already have listed, which is the Tezos one, because you want to look at the order book. So maybe you want to sell at the 576, but maybe there's a big sell order at 6,000. So you go 58.95, something like that. And do something like this, because for me, this is what the order book looks like. And I have the 18 average ready to go right here, and that's, you can do it on Binance. So I want to sell up here, but there's some nice orders at 57, and I can increase it now because they keep on moving too. So you got to remember that. A lot of times there's automated scripts that'll move it, so you can just throw that out. But they weren't that much higher than 5,700. It was like 5712. It was 13. But it was this 84. He moved it up, I believe, because I think I seen like 13 or like 17 or something. Like, yeah, let's just put 57 in. That's what I seen. That's but that, yeah, look at the book, see where the maybe some juicy spots to put your buy and sell orders. Okay, back to this now. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do like this, and I'm just going to just keep on going like this until we get to some random time. Okay, now it's just trying to go too fast. And look at that move there. I mean, this is... well, for fun, let's play that move. Let's go back in here and let's just see how this goes. So you're right in here. You get in the game at this point. Just a random spot. So what I did is I put in lines. Yeah, so where would we... I'm just going to put the opening ones in here. Again, like I showed the order systems, I like the way I showed it, but maybe you do just one order and then you adjust if you might buy in here. That's what I'm going to do with this. But so maybe you put a order here to sell above the 18 highs and an order to buy below the 18 lows, like that. and then we go a turn and nothing happens. And then there's a situation. This is close. We either barely hit or barely missed. Low comes in at 996. Barely hit. So I got the buy fill. So now I got to redo my trades. And well, I'm going to put my sell order in a down move like this near the 18 average of highs like this, maybe to start. And then not buying. Unless I get a sell, I'm not buying until like anywhere like maybe around here. Next turn. Oh, there we go. Okay, sold it. Okay, that's great. So what we'll do is we'll increase our sell order again to another higher one, a new one. Maybe go like somewhere nicely above here. Always adjusting to the message of the market. Each turn the situation just changes, maybe a little bit or a lot. Maybe put a buy order in, maybe somewhere below the 18 lows, maybe around there. Next turn, and it hits. Okay, nice. So what we'll do is, and you can get multiple hits in a turn if you're there, but I'm just saying you're definitely going to get at least this one. This is like maybe a check at the top of every hour, or even 20 minutes after every hour, or even whenever. 20 minutes later, hour later, 70 minutes later, whatever. So we got a buy hit, so we'll put this down in here. Do and right around in here. Look at key levels. Try to get above the 18 highs. Try to get what can work. So nothing here. You don't need to change it. If it's going to go lower, that'd be an area where I think could be a good spot, and math works out fine. Nope, that didn't hit. So let's move it further. No sale order hit, and it's going choppy. When that's the case, you can keep it there, lower it a bit, increase it a bit, but you need to sell in that higher area though. If you lowered a bit, you might have got that. You might have still missed it if you lowered a bit, because you might have just barely missed it going below this low. Or okay, so there we go. Now it took a few hours, but it came in. So let's increase our sell order. You're selling always above the 18 highs. Well, not always, but mainly always, and below the 18 average of lows. And I know that big move is coming. That's why I set it up around here. So there's a spot where a few hours where you just don't do anything. I mean, look, it's like, yeah, yada yada, nothing to do. Maybe you take a sell order there in spots, but in this case, you go many hours without doing anything. That's how the game is played. You can take advantage of these spots. You can see in here, in this spot, 1051, 1021. What's that? That's 3%. Okay. You missed that. That'll happen. You see the 18 average rising. If you get into a situation where you establish resistance around this area for a bit, you have no choice but to increase your sell order. Of course, you have comeback move to 18, and you have a very long period. We were seeing before, like trade after trade after trade. Now we know what's coming. It's going to go up big because I kind of spoiled that for myself and everybody else watching. But the volatile moves in here, if you take advantage of, sometimes you will, sometimes you won't. If you're able to focus on trying to find them, or if that's what you're already playing, then they're going to come through. Okay. Now here's a spot. You just take this price. And you know what? I think no. I think I'm going to go for a cheaper one, just a little bit, because I think as it's breaking down, it can do this. But at the same turn, you have to lower your sell order in here. Maybe go up about in here. And then you wait for action to do its thing. Chopping around, neutrality move. There's a bullish a bullish candle, and the setup looks good here. And missing everything. Now let's go scroll back. Let's be real here. Close enough? I mean, literally, it's at previous low, so you buy. So let's just put a buy much lower. And you would be selling. If you sell around here, the 18 average of lows, because one, it's 989 to 1019. So if you're 98.90 to 101, so it's only like 3 or 4%. So maybe that's fine for you, but in this spot here, that's what the volatility is. You're hitting it at this. Now, if the 18 is declining, so this is going to meet up soon to the 18 highs. And if you get a fast move, if you buy deep below it, selling at the 18 of lows is not a bad idea. Next turn. Okay, so I could have got higher, but the sell order comes in. So now at that point, I'm going to now put my sell order above the 18 highs nicely in this area from the next one and place a buy order nicely. And because of the big volatility, I can go for an aggressive play here. I can go for a play in here. We'll just maybe do it there. And wait, now I see the 18 starting to rise, holding this area near it, so I'm going to increase this a little bit. 18 average of lows is also rising a bit, but I don't want to raise it too much. I'll just take that. I mean, if you're like, and I've had this happen so many times, you're like, I just, yeah, say the price is 99.20, you got an order for 99.11. It's like, just take it. I mean, it's not like there's any real difference anyway. Although, I mean, the missing it would suck to see that it was there and that was the bottom. That would be the worst feeling in the world. But anyway, well, it wouldn't be the worst, but you know where I'm getting at. Let's just move this down to 95. So now our next buy sell order. Well, I don't know if I'd want to move it too much. Just maybe up to about maybe where it was in here. So we'll just keep scrolling. Now, when stuff like this happens, multiple orders hit. And when multiple orders hit, then you might not be able to buy them back for a while, and sometimes really even ever. But you're always going to be playing, markets are always going to heal whatever it's doing and just consolidate, go back to normal. You just keep on doing all these things above and below wherever the price happens to be. But you make aggressive sales here. It's just there's no bones about it. So what do we do after this turn? What would we do in this situation? Let's just make new lines. And let's just do this for now. What you sell right now. Where's your next order? Maybe you put one in around here. And then you got some. And you should be having them higher. But we'll just say we're playing the one order game. Maybe an order up around here, nice and aggressively higher because we've had a big volatile move. And when you see a move like this happen, there's so many times in these crypto markets, they go up and right back to where you came from. So for one turn, there is no buying until it goes to where it comes from. So the most, right around here, this is 1324. No need to buy until it goes even to there. So maybe that's where you put an order in. So we'll do that. We'll put an order in right here where it came from, or 103. And then adjust to the message of the market if need be. So one turn pausing, okay, that still needs more time to digest the move. That's another word of saying instead of that. Just after the digestion, everything's gonna go back to normal. The normal above and below the 18s that we see, and there we would have that huge play again. That would be another situation where it's like, okay, what do we do here? And again, same thing. Again, all your other higher sell orders, whatever came in, then they hit. Now, if you're ever in a situation where you put an everything sell order, like a 100% sell order up here, and you say this because of the spot where you have this happen, like literally, and the candle on the daily time frame looks like that because someone just buys instantly. That's the most awesomest of things. Well, in situations there, it's easy to just get your win. But then there's going to be the real situations when markets go up. So, of course, this one's going to work because it eventually does go down. But you get these, you get a bank to sell everything you got at lower prices. Now, before, we wanted to buy back in here. So I guess back where it came from right now is here. Now, that's extremely aggressive to put your buy order there. You probably want to go higher, but I'm not going to buy anywhere up like here. That's just way too high. So for one turn, I'm going to buy in here. And let's just assume you sold everything because this is just too much. Next turn. If you're in a spot where you sold everything here, this is where you can make a small buy. So well, that's, I mean, just a really tiny one. But you made a huge sell to get everything. And the reason why you do this, obviously because it went down, is because you're going to obviously, I was going to say dollar cost your average in, but you're going to Binance your coin average your way in, literally. And then you can go ahead and you can put a sell order right there now. And you want to do an aggressive one because you got a very low ownership because you just barely bought back in. Next turn. And for buying, really no need to change it yet. Because if there's going to be a volatile move down that makes it high or low, you might even miss this. It might come to like 15 or something too. But it's still aggressive. It's just, if it's going to come back, you could profit huge. So you don't want to buy anywhere near this upper end area. Okay. Same situation here again. You can buy a small amount. And even did this before, you could have this happen and you can put orders in to partition your way in. You could put like 20, 30 buy orders in and just let the market move. In fact, when I talk about switching time frames, this is where you want to switch it to the 1 minute and then just keep going crazy from that point on as well. Different things like that. But for now, we're going to keep it this way. So maybe you buy some here, maybe you put a sell order up, down, down near here. And because you've bought some, now I want to put my buy order down here. Because I've bought in on like two different situations. I want to get a better price. I've already got a couple buybacks already. Next turn. Okay, that's a pause. No trading. Not high enough. No trading. No trading. It's staying at previous low. And okay, so starting to possibly get above it. Now we can start to, we'd say, digest the moose. Let the 18 do its thing again because it was well overextended from it. And in this, you can say, you know what? I'm going to, I bought back down. Where would you bought down in here? Um, if I was going to want to sell for play the game, I put a celery here. No. But I would put a buy order down in here now, maybe, which is what I'm going to do, adjust to the message of the market. But getting above here means that this thing could probably fly. So there's two reasons why I don't. I mean, it could go up here, maybe, and then just keep going. Go up here, not go down much, and then go up further. So, and I don't have as much of an inventory. I've only bought twice. So we'll wait again, again. See, it's grinding lower here. So, and now you just want to marginally maybe put your lower order in, and maybe even reduce this just a little bit here, because this is still an aggressive. It would be an aggressive move if it came in. That's what we're only looking for because we don't have a short supply. Would be an aggressive sell. And then we'd be waiting in here. And then this is just like, oh my goodness, like wake me up when you're ready kind of deal because you can't really trade that. And again, these things should have been no, I don't think it should be. Now it should be lower just. I'm just going to lower it a little bit. No, do I want to buy here? No. Yeah, I'll buy that. Either here, just buy or lower. So I'm saying I buy now. It's just, it's when it's grinding at just one of these times. If it does this for like 40 times in a row, at times 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, or whatever, one of those times you're just going to have to buy kind of deal. That's just one way of looking at a play like that. So let's just put a nice little order back in here again. And everything's really settling down more than it usually should. This is really bad, or really aggressively settling down than it from this point. It could kick up. So that nicely above the 18 highs at this spot. Yeah, really settling. So let's just lower this a bit. Keep this as well. And because of the move like that, I think it could go a bit lower. Okay, there we go. We got that order. And sweet, that's a good hit, too. That's a good hit. So within that move, we can now maybe increase, definitely not maybe, increase your buy order, put it maybe nicely previous low here, and then put a higher sell order somewhere like around there. 18 average is starting to rise, but I don't want to increase of the lows, but I don't want to increase my buy order. There we go, because it's probably just going to come back to where it came from anyway. So the buy order would hit. I could put a sell order up there. So this is buying at 1207. Now I'm going to look to try to sell it right now at 1350. So I'm getting a volatility move of like 1.5. So I'm getting over 10% if I can get this fill right now. And buying at the 12 handle or microscopically above 12, like this would be like where a good leg would look like. 1120, that would be a differential of like 6 or 7% there for the new buy. And for the hourly time frame, that's pretty good, I think. I know it is, actually. There we go. We got the hit there. So you would increase your sell order, readjust them. Maybe you do one at previous high here. And now I can buy barely below the 18 low, maybe where it came from, definitely where it came from next turn. Okay, pausing it. Back to the lows. Barely breaking it. And you know what? I could even go a little greedier, try to get a bit better of a price. And again, this is just what you would do with the order book stuff. And there you go. You got the buy fill. So now you can adjust the sell order somewhere up above the 18 highs like this. Go, well, I want to see what a good leg lower would look like. And you know what? Look like something like that. And we'll just go one, and that one hits. So another buy order fills. We'll put this up. You don't have to go up too much. You can go close to the 18 highs. You know this is declining, so it's going to eventually get above the 18 average of highs that way. And maybe go down to like here. And I'm just going to finish this off for a bit. Did I get this again? I mean, obviously it's luck. And I say that because I'm just doing the area and such. But the area is really what it comes down to. The low in here was 104. I got 106. I think my eyes are pretty good because I think I see it barely pierce below. Anyway, this is back in the past, and just to conclude this, I now just want to scroll at an okay speed. As you can see in here, when you're buying in this, there's your selling in here, buying in here, selling up in these areas above, but it's breaking above the 18. You don't sell this if you didn't, unless you bought this back here. But if you're selling up here, as you say, when you sell well above the 18 highs, you can buy, you can definitely buy down in here, which gives you the sell up here, of course. Buying down below there, selling above here. And now we get a decent decline on this side. So that's just buy, and there's no selling after this. Is only buying from here all the way until we get up to here. And then now you got boring time in here. And then, oh, boring time. And this is when things got good for Theta. You have another one of those situations in here where you have to find a way to manage amazing profits. And that's a good situation to have to counter with. And another situation where you have to find a way to manage amazing opportunities of profit. I don't need that line there anymore. And there we can see, I mean, there's buyback opportunities, but we don't see the price action anywhere really here above the 18 average of highs. So there's no selling allowed. Only buying. All right, thank you for tuning in. Have yourself a great day. Bye-bye.